Hi, this is Dave, Feathering Guide. I've got a little navigation quiz for you here. So there'll be 10 questions. You might want to pause the video and have a think about it. But I'll go through fairly quickly and give you the answers at the end. So question number 1. Map extract that you can see, what scale of map is it taken from? So what is the scale of that map? Next question, what is the name of map that extract is taken from? So what is the name of that map? This question, I've circled a feature, this black triangle. So I want to know, what is that a symbol for, that black triangle? What is it a symbol for? Okay, this one, we've got 2 points, A and B. I want to know which is higher, A or B, or is it impossible to tell from the extract that we've been given? Next question, I've obscured this contour value here. I want to know, what is the height of this contour line? Okay, on this one, there are 5 different types of path shown. Can you identify them all? So 5 types of path shown on that map extract. This one is another missing contour height, so I've obscured the value of this contour line here. So what should it be? Okay, this question, I want you to imagine that we're going on a journey from S clockwise around this pinky purple line. So what would be our total height gain if we made that journey? Okay, next question is about estimating time taken. So if we were to start at A, go in a straight line up the map to B, how long would that take if we were walking? So not running on this one, walking. Next question, where would you see this map symbol? If we're out in the countryside on this map, where would you see that symbol? So those are your questions. You might want to flick through the video and have another think. Here are your answers. Okay, question number 1, what is the scale of this map? It's given away by the colour of this public right-of-way here, this reddy purple public footpath sign. It's found on the Ordnance Survey 1 to 50,000 scale map. See public rights-of-way shown here in this pinky reddy colour there. So it's the 1 to 50,000 scale. What is the name of the map? Well, it's shown here. It's called the Land Ranger. So the Ordnance Survey Land Ranger, recognisable by its pinky purple colour. So very similar colour to the public rights of way that are shown on it. Okay, next question. What is that black triangle symbol for? So did any of you say trig point? Because that's not the right answer. You see here that the black triangle is in fact a large cairn. The OS trig pillar or trig point is a black hollow triangle with a little black dot inside it, just like on the Ordnance Survey maps, except it's black, not blue. So the answer for that one was large cairn. On this one, which is higher, A or B, or is it impossible to say? Well, we can work it out if we know the symbol for spurs and re-entrance. So water is going to flow downhill. So it's going to flow down a reentrant and it's not going to flow down a spur. So these little things here are spurs and reentrants, and we know that the point of a reentrant points uphill. So that will tell us that the point of that reentrant is pointing to A, which must be uphill. If we zoom out on the map, you can see we've got round hill here, high point, water draining down into black hole and down off the map. So A is higher than B. If we understand spurs and reentrants, we can work that out. Next question. What is the value of this contour line here? Now, on the Ordnance Survey 1 to 25,000 map, we might easily be able to just count the contours and go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This one must be 500. But on the Harvey's map, they're not in 10s, they're in 15 metre intervals. So we'd have to add 75 to 450, which gives us 525 metres. Okay, next one. 5 types of path shown on this map. Quite a lot going on here. So if we start off with public rights of way, we've got them here. So a small dashed green line is a public footpath. A long dashed green line is a public bridleway. Then we've got these small dashed black lines, which are paths. They're just paths on the ground that aren't public rights of way. And then we've got this double dashed line, which is a track or a driveway. Again, it's not a public right of way. And then the final one, less common, is this orange dashed line, which is a permitted footpath. So the landowner is allowing some use, not overall use all year round. See these on the key or the legend. So we've got the public rights of way here in green, footpaths and bridleways. We've got the path there, and then there the double dash is a drive or a track unfenced. And then the final one here, which is the permitted footpath. You also get a permitted bridleway as well, where you'd be able to ride your horse if you wanted to, if you had one. Okay, this one, missing contour height. At first glance you might go, well, that's easy. If that's 400, you might come downhill to 350. But there's a clue here in a spot height of 382, which is there, which will mean that this contour line here is 380. So if that's 380, that's going to be 385, 390, 395, 400, which would make this one 375. What's actually happening here is south of this grid line, the contours are in 5 metre intervals, and then they disappear because north of the grid line they're in 10 metre intervals. So just something to be aware of there that could easily catch you out. Next one, total height gain. So it's all about counting the contours. We can see here from 200 to 250 tells us the contours are in 10 metre intervals. So we need to count them, but we need to know which is down and which is up. So starting here, we're going down. So down, 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 all the way to there. It's not till we get to this point here that we actually go up a contour line. We'll go up one there, and then we cross it again coming down, and that's down as well to that one, and then we don't start to go uphill again. So we get to there, and from there, 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 all uphill. This point here you can see we're between the contour lines, and then we cross it, Now, I've already crossed this one before, and now we're crossing it again, but we're going downhill. And it's not till we get to here that we actually go uphill again, cross it again. And another uphill there, another one there, and then we're between the contour lines, we get there. So we might do some climbing where we don't cross a contour line. So for example, here we might be going down and then back up and not actually crossing a contour. So there might be little bits that we add up without crossing contour lines. But if we're just working to the 10-meter contours that we cross, we're crossing 9 of them, would give us 90 meters climb. Okay, next one. Estimating time taken to walk from A to B. So we need to, one, know the distance, and we can estimate that. We can say, well, that's going to be roughly 5 grid squares, and these are kilometre squares, so that's 5 kilometres. And then we need to look at, do we climb much? So we're going from 434, so let's round that down to 430, and it's uphill all the way, and we'll call that 600. So that's a climb of 170 meters in 5 kilometers. Now, there's something called Naismith's rule, which tells us that we might walk at 5 kilometers an hour and add an extra hour for every 600 meters we go uphill, or add 1 minute for every 10 meters that we go uphill. Now in this case, quite convenient, going 5 kilometers and we're going uphill 170 meters. So if we knock a 0 off the 170, it's going to give us 17 minutes. So 1 hour for the distance plus 17 minutes for the ascent will give us an hour and 17 minutes. Now obviously with running it's going to be quite a bit different, and it would depend on what type of running we're doing. So a race, a short race, we might be going a lot quicker than a long race or an easy training run. You might want to work out the times that you would take for running. Well, I've asked you to do it for walking because that kind of levels things out. There's not as much discrepancy between a fast walk and a slow walk. So, and in this one, where would you see that symbol? Well, that symbol is an access land symbol. Access land is shown on the Ordnance Survey 1 to 25,000 as this thick highlighter pen type symbol, almost the same colour as the contour lines. So this is the boundary between access land and non-access land, and we'd see the symbol whenever we can cross from non-access into access land. So it's going to be at crossing points such as that one there where the footpath comes in, this one there, where the permitted path comes in. So the access land, it's always going to be a physical boundary such as a wall. So these will be crossing points, so they're going to be gates or stiles, so you'll always see the access land symbol on one of those. So that was your questions, those were your answers. Hope you got them right. Well, hope you might have tripped up over a couple of them to get you thinking, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.